their bubble. So like this is the thing you get. But in terms of stuff you actually see on the pitch, that we can talk about really, what he's meant to have brought is a new intensity to training, which is facilitated by brand new fitness coaches that were brought in by Deco, the sporting director. So they were going to work with Xavi if he stayed originally. But that's meant to have raised the fitness levels. I can't really tell if they're more fit. I think it's a lot to do with the structure. Can you tell if someone's fit just by watching them run around a bit?
I guess so, if you're smart. I watch games at 2 times speed. So
John just called me not smart. So let's go on to the next bit there. Tactics have changed too. So Barcelona have changed from what they were before. Under Xavi, they went through a few different versions of what they were doing. The first season, he was a bit more direct, I would say. Then he started being more defensive, hanging into games an awful lot. They had a huge XGA overperformance the season they won the league. Last season, they were mostly just rubbish. Lots of injuries, you can count for that. The structure is the classic Barcelona 4-3-3. Just looks like this. The difference you have with Flick is that you have this, it's a bit more staggered in the midfield. So you do have a 6, but he'll be helped by Pedri dropping in a lot of the time. And this player here, Dani Olmo, or Raphinha as it was in the last game that we saw them play before we recorded this, will be up next to the striker, and he helps link between the midfield and the attack. These players will help with the build-up. Sometimes he'll drop in as well, but very basic. Kunde will both overlap, but also come a bit kind of mid-level to help out in certain phases. Same with Baldi on the other side. He'll do exactly the sort of same thing. Then you've got Yamal as the star. They can come inside to attack these spaces here. You'll see them quite close to Lewandowski quite a lot of the time, as they like to play with the ball, but also they like to counter-press, and I can show you that in a second. But what you get is like players like Rafinha are just on fire because they have space to run into rather than being left 1v1 with fullbacks on this wing. So like what Xavi would have them do is you get the ball to them by playing wide, they'd be stuck against the defender 1v1 and then they have to run past someone, which is not what Rafinha really wants to do. Instead, what you have with Flick is that they're trying to play through the middle. So they'll have players maybe keeping their width so that then the ball has to be played through these middle sections, and these are where the best players are. Like Pedri's one of my favourite players ever to watch, and you can get the ball to him, then they can create. But the thing with Flick's Barcelona compared to maybe Xavi's is that they stay very compact vertically, both in and out of possession. But if the ball over the top is there, they will play that ball. So like if there's a high line they're playing against, they'll play the early pass and get in behind. And we saw this
Which doesn't seem very Barcelona.